Peace, 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 family. How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing pretty well? Everybody doing pretty well? I wanted to come here real quick, do this live pop-up. I promise to be going live every day for the next 30 days. It's 11 o'clock over here in Canada. And I wanted to just come in here. I was at the lake all day traveling, and so now got some time to come on the live and, pour into you guys. So came up with a quick topic. This topic, I believe, is something that is vital in terms of the information which we teach. As far as truly, understanding it, you got to understand, that the United States and everything that's going on is all commerce. All right, so who here knows what commerce is? I want you guys to drop in the comment section if you know what commerce is. See, if any of you guys are business owners, you guys know what commerce is. You guys are doing it every day. Commerce is a business transaction. The sole purpose of any business, it doesn't matter whether it's Walmart, whether it's Target, whether it's, Nike, it doesn't matter what business. In the United States, the sole purpose of any business is to generate revenues, create money, create sales, right? Without that, there is no corporation. And so what I want you guys to understand is that the United States itself is a federal corporation. If you don't believe me, what I want you guys to do, and I don't want you to believe me actually, not if you don't, I don't want you to believe me. I want you guys to stop what you're doing, first and foremost. I want you to like this video, because how are you going to tune into this video, into this live? How are you going to tune into the recording, gain this insight, gain this value, allow me to show you where to go step by step, but not show love. So let's show love, because I'm giving and pouring love into y'all, family. So look up 28. So Title 28 is going to blow a lot of you guys. Title 28, USC 3002. I want you guys to go to cornelllaw.edu. As you guys go to cornelllaw.edu, you guys will see there that, if I scroll down to number 15, it's going to define the term United States. It's going to define it under the term A, under number 15, a federal corporation. The United States is a federal corporation. So if I understand that it's a corporation, and the sole purpose of a corporation is to generate revenue and to operate in commerce, and that every transaction is commerce, and that as a natural person, a natural living being, I cannot reside within a corporation. I cannot reside within a piece of paper. But a lot of you guys are residents, right? That's crazy. A lot of you guys are residents, but how can you be a resident of a corporation? How can you reside within a corporation? Right? This is what is it? This is defined within the FCRA as location information or something that says, but your location information is the information of the place of your abode. The place of your abode is where it is in which, you're living. You don't reside in any of this corporate fiction. That's why when you put your address and that you're a resident and your address is within the corporation, they have full jurisdiction over you. They could do whatever it is that they want with you because you're in the jurisdiction of this corporation, and therefore you are their property. And the all caps name already itself is his property as it was created at birth. That's why in 1936 they came up with the Social Security Act, right? So all of this ties in hand in hand, and we got to understand this to understand, everything when it comes to what I'm teaching within consumer law. Like everything, once I tied in what I was learning within the commerce side and, really learning and reading these books. There's so many books out there, fam. If you guys aren't in my public Discord, I don't know what you guys are doing, because I'm dropping books and I'm dropping information daily, weekly in there. So make sure you guys are coming in there, connecting with the community, and make sure you guys are dropping any information that you guys have found, that's worked for you guys as well too. But above all else, family, everything is commerce. Is what I want you guys to understand. Once we understand that, that's going to allow us to operate completely different, because now everything I know is a business transaction. So from there, I understand that I don't got to act on the behalf of the corporation. I can act on the behalf of the natural person. All obligations are of the United States, 18 USC 8. Once they filed bankruptcy in 1933, we got to understand that as they filed it in 1933, we were bought out by another country, right? And what I want you guys to understand from there is that, the as we went bankrupt, the United States owe this money to not these other countries, but us, we the people. They owe us, we the people. We're backed full in faith by, good credit. And what I want you guys to understand is that that's why I always cover the open-end credit plan. How many of you guys have really gone through and studied and broken down what it truly means to have an open-end credit plan? Drop a 3 in the chat if you have. Drop a 3 in the chat if you've been really breaking down and going through Truth in Lending, the definition section, which is Title 15, 1602. Title 15, 1602. 15 USC 1602. And so, family, what I want you guys to understand is that, in 1933, as they went bankrupt, they got bought out, and all obligations, and securities, any bond, any mutual fund, any Federal Reserve note, is all, obligations to be paid by the United States. It doesn't say anything about a consumer paying any debts. How can we pay debt with a debt? In essence, that's everything that it is. How can you pay a debt with a debt? Because a Federal Reserve note is a debt itself. And how could I pay off a debt with another debt? It doesn't make sense. The only real money is gold. Everything else is credit. Everything else is debt. And so what I want you guys to understand is, and why it's debt, is because the moment they pulled your credit, the moment they ran your credit card, your social security number, a loan was created. Right? If a loan was created, somebody was paid, and from that, then they try to put debt upon you, saying that you owe something in which you created. How can I owe something that I gave to you? It doesn't correlate. It doesn't make sense, because it's nonsense, family. And so, above all else, going through 28 USC 3002, I also want you guys to go look into the Act of 1871. So in 1776, and I advise everybody go find the genealogy of your family, lineage before the 1700s, before 1776, before, any of these founding documents came about. That's going to help you guys as far as, some patents and some things in which, will get taken care of and, get done with my guy Taquan X and Brother Truth, so that we could properly, change your status and become, and let it be known that you're indigenous to these lands. But above all else, family, 28 USC 3002 defines that as a federal corporation. Once I understand this corporation, I understand there's two different governments. There's the United States of America Republic, which that was founded in 1776. Then there's United States Inc. There's a great book that I have for everybody. I'll drop it in the Discord for everybody that plugs into the Discord tonight, and tonight only I'm going to drop that book. So make sure you guys plug into the Discord if you're not already. If you want access to it, just click the link, billionairesclub.com/all. Click the link in my bio from there. And then just go ahead and click on how do you file a UCC1. So you go to the Secretary of State, get the proper document for UCC1. And then, request the proper things within the statement. I have a great example specifically for you, Myra. It is back at the crib in Arizona, so I don't have access to it, and I won't for a couple weeks. But when I do get back, I wouldn't mind sending you that at all. but I haven't gone through and filed it myself yet, honestly. But as far as the United States and it being a corporation, I also want everybody to look into the Act of 1871. This is when the United States, Inc. became about and became a federal corporation. And then I want you guys to just think about everything that took place in Hawaii as well too, around the 70s as well too. Um, and the Act of 1871, that's why in 1911, that's how the Federal Reserve was even able to come about, is because the United States is a whole foreign entity itself doing business on our land, in essence. And so since they're doing business within our land now, that allowed all these other businesses to do business, hence why our monetary system itself doesn't even come from, anything to do, with the United States of America. It's a whole foreign entity. It's a foreign, trust in which, it's private contract and how they set up their trust, in essence. And so that's why I always cover a 508c1a. I always recommend getting the trust set up as such. That 508c1a is where the real power is going to stand. If you haven't looked into it yet, I highly advise. Nobody should be setting up 501(c)(3)s. Those are operated and filed through the public. We want to operate completely in the private, and a 508c1a is going to allow you to do so. And so 28 U.S.C. 3002, 18 U.S.C. or 18 U.S.C. 18 U.S.C. 8 for sure, obligations, or of the United States. And then also the Act of 1871, I want you guys to look into. Y'all know, heavily that the Emergency Banking Act of 1933, that was the last fifth international bankruptcy as well too. And from there, if the United States is bankrupt, how can we even owe them anything if they're bankrupt themselves? There is no money in circulation. And so that's, what the end all be all is. And that's why, we don't owe any of these corporations a dime, so I'm going to be here. I'm going to do a couple different pop-ups really this weekend. My birthday is on Monday, so y'all gonna be here. We're gonna be here together on the birthday Monday, and I'm gonna be giving you guys value. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm gonna be here tomorrow. Probably gonna run it sometime early in the morning when I get up. I'll probably get up before everybody sunrise, and I'm at the lake right now, so beautiful views, that you guys will be able to get to see. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. I want you guys to understand, from this live and from this video that, you got to understand, as a consumer within a corporation, you're always going to have all power and all rights, as long as you know who you are and how to, act accordingly, and exercise your rights. So I appreciate you all. I love you all. I'll see you all at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. But not truly, the goal is 1 billion lives. And so every day, I'm going to be coming here pouring into you guys. I was going to go over, how to do the right of rescission and do a couple things on the auto loan side of things. If y'all would love to see more of that, let's get the channel up a little bit more. I thought I've already been given so much value. I don't want to overload you guys with all this information that you guys don't, fully appreciate the information in which you guys have been getting from this week alone. Monday through Friday, go through each live and check out the videos y'all have been getting Monday through Friday. A lot of value, whether it's on that topic of a charge off or not. It could duplicate to other accounts as well too. So definitely go through, watch those, stay a student, take notes, share those videos, like those videos, comment on the videos. Let's get the algorithm and just the whole channel as a whole up even more. I've been getting into discharging debt. It does work, not 100%. It's because, once again, everything that I'm stating, just go look into them. The Emergency Banking Act of 1933, the Act of 1871. This is why, the discharging debt works, is because, you can't pay a debt off with a debt. In essence, that's all that it is. That's all that it is. So you breaking that down to them, that's going to, let them know who you are. And, they know what forms to file through the IRS to cancel any debts as well, too, if, there were any debts in the first place, in which they do file if you do if an account does charge off. So A lot of people aren't aware of that. But when they charge off an account, they're supposed to file the 1099-C form, 1099-C or 1099 OID. And so a lot of people aren't aware of that, but those are two accounts, two forms in which you can also request from a charge off. You report the charge off, I'll request a 1099 OID that you filed when you submitted that, charge off, because a charge off, they're filing that as a loss, so they're benefiting for taxes. So that's all I got for y'all tonight. I appreciate you all for tuning in, and I've been getting into, I love it. Yep, 1099A is definitely, vital information. So, I appreciate everybody. Let's get the likes up. Let's get, share this out with 5 people. I'm going to be here tomorrow as well too, family. So, y'all know where to find me. Peace and love. We out.